men have the traditional gate drop, so it is reaction time, and that comes into play as they work their way through this start section, matching these transitions and getting those legs moving.
Great work in the rhythm section. The green bib, Nathan Perry of the USA out of Bethel, Maine. He finished 16th in the individual. He takes this one high. On the inside, you've got Bazzolo of France, 5th in the individual. So it's still Nathan Perry out in front in the green, Bazzolo in France. It's USA and France right now. 3rd place belongs to Calais Copley and Omar Byzantine in the yellow. Right now, it is so close, Lindsay, as they go to the speed trap, trying to hand off an advantage to their partners.
Yeah, and I can see that these athletes are changing up their lines just a little bit, but racing is tight today. But remember, turn 4, this is key.
Nathan Perry, that big Daytona NASCAR turn, takes the speed. Now he drops it. It'll be a big left-hander. It is still the American in the green out in front. Here comes the red of France one more time, trying to track him down as they approach the Dragon's Back.
So tempo really not changing, but we do have a little bit of a lead change as we come down to this finish stretch, but you want to give every advantage to your teammate.
France out in front and Perry in 2nd place as they come to the line. It'll be very tight across the board. That means that the gates will drop almost simultaneously for their partners, but a great job by Nathan Perry from Bethel, Maine. Did a fantastic piece of work there, holding on to that 2nd place position, so his partner will not get the fastest gate drop, but the 2nd fastest gate drop.
And reminder, it's how the ladies finish in this heat will determine who moves on. So a lot of pressure for these ladies.
All right, so we'll look across the board now, and there is some of the best in the business with Leah Casta. She'll be in the red representing France. Stacy Gaskill of the USA will be in the green. Amy Widmer will be in the blue for Switzerland, and Italy's Sofia Grobleckner.
All right, the gates are dropping a little bit at different paces, but you have to focus and key in on your race. That is key. You don't want to be on somebody else's tempo.
Top 2 moving on. Leah Casta of France out in front in the red. The blue belongs to Widmer of Switzerland. She sits in 2nd. And right now, Stacy Gaskill needs to get a go from Golden, Colorado. She's on the outside looking in. Top 2 moving on to semi-1.
All right, Stacy now has an opportunity to get into that draft. There are 2 riders in front of him creating a wall, so maybe something can open up and she can reel these racers in.
Here they come into the speed trap. Here comes Stacy Gaskill out of Golden, Colorado. She's got the pace. Can she make it work as they approach the Dragon's Back?
All right, we are coming into the crux of the course. This is turn 4. The exit speed out of this is crucial. Stacy
goes down, so
breaking
the
at the
Americans
waist.
are out of it. Unfortunately, Stacy Gaskill takes a fall, so she and her partner will be eliminated. And here we go, the big left-hander. It is still the red of France's Leah Casta, the blue of Widmer of Switzerland. It's France and Switzerland. Here comes the Swiss rider on the outside. Will she hold her line, and will she get a bit nervy into the spillway, onto the promenade, the final feature? And as they come to the line, it will be that. The red of France, the blue of Switzerland, they are into the semifinals. Stacy Gaskill makes her way down to the bottom of the course, not the way she wanted to finish this first quarterfinal.
All right, let's break down turn 4. Not a lot of options, so she was forced to go down super low.
Perry did a great job, especially in this middle section.
Yeah, he had a really strong start. You could see the speed he was carrying out of turn 3. I think there will be some drafting coming into play. This course is breaking in, is what we'd like to say. There's been a lot of time on this course, so lines aren't going to change too much, but the way that the wax is running on this course might come into play.
There you see the staggered gate drop. So Stacy Gaskill had a good gate drop right here, sitting in 2nd place through the rhythm section.
Yeah, beautifully slotted in that really quick transition. Not easy to get into, but the start went to France, and that was just such, that's pretty consistent to what we see on tour with her. She's very dynamic and quick in those start sections.
Switzerland got a team in as well with Calais Copley and Noemi Widmer. She's fast. I mean, Noemi Widmer, if you give her advantage, it's game over. Here was the moment. Just, Mother of 2 children, Faye Thelen continues to race with the kids and her husband in attendance. It'll be Julia Perea of France in the red, Michaela Moyoli, the bronze medalist of the individual, in green, Ava Adams-Chakosmi, in the blue, and Faye Thelen in the yellow.
All right, the ladies are on the course. There's a little bit of separation. You saw Faye change her line a little bit. She's trying to reposition herself. In the lead is France right now.
Julia Pare out in front in the red. That is France. Second place belongs to Ava Adamchikova in the blue. So it's France and Czechia right now leading the way after the advantage they were handed off by their partners. Third place, and it is distant. You got to go all the way back to Michaela Mioli in the green. Can she close the gap? And can yellow, America's Faye Thelen, go with her?
Look at the aggression of Ava as her body position changes through rollers and then quickly into that tuck. She's trying to make up so much ground, and on that inside pass, inside out, nice release.
Ava Adamchikova in the blue out in front now. Czechia leads it with France sitting in second place. Here comes the green of Mioli of Italy. Faye Thelen in the yellow for Team USA. She's got to go. It's the Dragons back. She's got to take a chance right here.
All right, it can come down to the line. We have seen the passes. Let's see how this unfolds.
Ava Adamchikova out in front. It is Czechia that looks to be moving on. Here comes the green of Mioli. Italy not out of this yet. What a pass by Michaela Mioli. From third to first. Bellissimo.
We are seeing that right side run a little faster, so hopefully coaches are keying in on that and relaying that information to the top.
The run has come to an end for Nick Baumgartner and Faye Thelen as they are eliminated. It's only the top two that will be moving on to the semifinals. So let's take a look at the action one more time. For me, the finish was unbelievable. This was the start of the men's competition. Great advantage for France. They did a nice job of taking advantage of that.
I love how composed these men are in the turn, especially Hura in the lead right there. Great body position. He's trying to just focus on keeping himself in the mix because he knows how much of an aggressive rider Ava Adamchikova can be, especially in this dynamic. It's very exciting to watch.
Look at that, trying to get that board across to give any fraction of a second advantage. Now watch the gates.
See the ladies drop as those deficits come into play, and immediately Mioli is trying to hunt. Look at how well she slotted into that. Faye had a little bit of a board shiver, so not able to generate the same speed in that start section. It all adds up. See the draft coming into play. This is Ava right behind her as she was able to get that nice slingshot out of 3. That all started from the exit of 1. It all compounds.
But look at this, Ava Adamchikova, who's an Olympic gold medalist, with this kind of lead normally, Lindsay Jacobellis, there's no one's going to catch her with this short of track left.
It's very hard to catch Ava when she is in the lead. Your only advantage is if she has to work her way through the pack.
And look at this, she looks up and she sees Michaela on her right. It's like, wait a second. And it's France that holds on for second place. So look.